I just drove through the ATL again, and I didn't see one cop. I didn't see one cop pulling anybody over at all. At all. All right? There was one car that I happened to look up in the rearview mirror, and he was doing every bit of 100 plus miles an hour. And he was behind me, went to the right of me, and then went in front of me at 100 miles an hour, and then went into the HOV lane. That's criminal driving, and that needs to be addressed. And it will be, yet again. Separating the truth from the lies underneath the Noonan, Georgia, heavily climate-engineered skies. You're about to receive another dose of the shock treatment. What is shocking to Shakalaka is the fact that I don't see any damn cops on the interstate. Where are the cops? Where are the popos? Why aren't they locking these bastards up on the road that are on the interstate doing every bit of 100 miles an hour? How do I know if I'm doing 75 and they're blowing by me? Yeah, you're doing at least 100 miles an hour. And they're driving in cliques, they're tailgating, they're driving like flies to shit, flies to the light. Everybody's meeting up in the same clique. You're not getting ahead any more than if you just would, drive responsibly instead of driving in cliques and racing ahead and tailgating, trying to shave off 2 seconds off the trip. You might be shaving years off your life there. So where are the cops is my question. I've noticed that there's no cop presence unless there's an accident, unless there's road work to be done, to be had. So, if these cities and these towns claim they need revenue, you have revenue potential all over the damn place these days. These bastards are having a free-for-all on there. Look at the real Atlanta Motor Speedway. I-75, I-85. As soon as you hit 985, it gets pretty rough. But wait, folks, there's more. There's interstate I-85s and 75 merged. They're driving like bats out of hell. They're driving in cliques. They're weaving in and out. They're weaving because they're drunk. Where are the cops? This is criminal driving. They're blowing by at 90, 100 miles an hour, probably even 110. And the motorcycles are some of the worst offenders. The worst offenders, I said. And I'll show you a clip of what we witnessed Father's Day of last year, 2018. These bastards are doing at least 100, if not more, like a bullet. They're like a... But what they don't realize is, if in a motorcycle you hit anything, you're gone. You are done. You are dust. Where are the cops? Why aren't they getting these bastards off the road? Off the road. These dangerous drivers are going to give the state and give the government a reason to roll out the drones. I've been saying this for the longest time. Get them off the freaking road. Slow your ass down. Obey the speed limit. Quit tailgating. You gator, and have at least 2 seconds of space between you and the car in front of you, jackass. Why are you tailgating? Why are you weaving in and out? It doesn't make any sense. There's something wrong when you get to the city. Is it the cell towers that are everywhere? Atlanta is hammered with 5G. It is cell tower central. Death tower, I should say, central is what it is. The radiation is through the roof. They're getting dosed. They're getting radiated. And maybe it's tampering with their frequencies. Maybe it's tampering with what's left of their brains from the fluoride and the GMOs and the chemtrails and the vaccines hammering home all this poisons and Georgia Guidestone nonsense. All right, but they need to get them off the road. You need to send a message to them. Governor Kemp, where are you? We need to clamp down on these dangerous drivers. You need to send a message to them to slow your ass down. If you have to do, just like they have a safety, seatbelt commercials they used to have, if you got to start doing dangerous drivers commercials and tell them what's going to happen once they get caught, maybe they'll slow their ass down. But it needs to happen. It's dangerous. Do you want your loved one to get killed? Believe me, they're going faster than what you think, and they are tailgating. I couldn't capture every little thing of how they were driving. All you got to do is take a drive. Look, see? Where is he going? Where is he going? You're going to go up the person's ass and you're going to hit your brakes. Constantly see this crap. All the freaking... Look at this. One right after another. Tailgating. One right after another. Yeah, hit your brakes, jackass. Why are you tailgating, asshole? I mean, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but I get pissed off at this crap because it could be your grandmother, it could be your mother, it could be your wife, your daughter, your son, your husband, anybody. It just doesn't matter. they run the risk of killing people. You ever heard of car pileups, especially on I-75? You ever hear the news say breaking, 75 car pileup on Interstate 75 in Chattanooga? Oh yeah, I remember that. How do you have a pileup? Well, when you have one jackass after another behind each other tailgating at breakneck speeds, and all it takes is one of the jackasses, generally at the front of the line, to do something stupid, and a chain of events happens. Look at them brake. Look at them. They're racing and braking. Do you see this? So that's how pileups happen if you're driving in a clique. Don't be a dick. Don't drive in a clique. Okay? And quit weaving in and out, treading the needle. Slow your ass down. All right? Keep your space. Keep it between the lines. Quit shifting lanes left and right, trying to shave off a second off your freaking off your trip. They're driving like they're actually being chased by cops. That's why I call it criminal driving. That's exactly how they're driving. And they're all braking. They're all like flies of shit. Flies are like, look at them. Come one rafting on top of each other. You see me, I kept my space. That's what I did, because I know better. Dangerous drivers in the ATL. It's not just there. I know they drive like bats out of hell in New York and elsewhere. And they're starting to do that even more in Noonan, believe it or not. The only place I see where they drive better is so far is places like Cleveland. I don't see them driving like bats out of hell. I don't see them tailgating when I'm not saying they don't do it at times, but I don't see it to the magnitude of Noonan. I don't see it to the, and we're in the suburbs, it's getting worse. Don't you see it? Don't you get it? And it gets worse as you get closer to the city. So it makes me wonder, is it the cell towers, the high concentration of cell towers that make them drive batshit crazy? I'm beginning to really wonder now. Because I see it, I see strange things. At the Thomas Crossroads parking lot, it looks like that death tower across the street, not too far, about a couple blocks away, might be aiming its frequencies as an experiment at the Kroger parking lot. Because they're parking like they're drunk. And you're John Cena, they can't see you. As you're backing out, they're going to walk behind you, they're going to drive behind you. Yeah, keep hitting your brakes because you're tailgating, you SOB you. Tailgating, that's all they know is tailgating on top. Look, brake again, braking. These jackasses are braking. Breaking news. Jackasses in Atlanta don't know how to drive. They're dangerous. Get them off the road. I said about a third need to be off the road. I think it's half now. They're freaking dangerous, the way they drive. And they're fearless because why? Why not? No cops? No problem. They're going to do as they wilt. Right? So I can't stand driving through Atlanta. I'm telling you, I used to like going to the city, but I don't like it anymore. I can't stand it. And something needs to be done about it. Where are the cops? Hey, Atlanta, you want some revenue? Get some cops out there and start either arresting or writing out tickets. It's one or the other, but something needs to happen. Criminal driving, that's what it is. I like how the left likes to put labels on everything. They like to put labels on this and labels on that. Let's label these drivers. Criminal drivers. Criminal, meaning they need to do jail time. How does that sound? First offense, 3 months in jail. Oh, you had to go to work? What are you going to do about getting to work? That's a you problem. You quit driving like a damn criminal, jeopardizing everyone's life on the road, including your own, jackass. Slow it down. That's all you got to do is slow it down. And quit weaving, stick between the lines, choose a lane that you're going to stay in, and if it does happen to slow down for some reason, and there's plenty of room for you to get in the next lane, do so. But don't cut in front of people to get in the lane. I've seen that time and again. Time and again. You see me well behind them, right? Because they're all on top of each other. They're braking left and right. They're weaving in and out. They're driving in cliques. They're breaking the law, speeding by doing ungodly amounts. I mean, I can't even tell you how fast. If I'm doing 75 and a 70, they're doing at least 100 miles an hour. At least. A lot of them. It's like they're up your ass. You're doing 75, and 75 isn't fast enough for them. Right? It's a bunch of crap. So I want to know where the cops are. Mile after mile, no cops. Are they cracking down on the drugs? Is that what they're doing? Are there more pressing issues? Or is it just they don't care? There's no more quota. I don't know how true it is. I'm going to look this up. But someone told me that there's no more quotas anymore. I mean, so they don't want to generate revenues? Well, even if there are no quotas, I guess that means they don't care. If it wasn't in it for the money, they don't care? I don't know. It doesn't make sense. They don't want to get these dangerous drivers off the road if they're not making a buck or two? Doesn't make any sense. But what makes sense is we need the law enforcement to do their job. Get out there and start patrolling. Georgia State Patrol. We need more of you on the road pulling these bastards over. Pull them over. If you need a fleet, if you need to do something to have like a fleet of cars just swooping through just the interstate, I mean, whatever you got to do, beef up your force, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. You need to do it. You need to get them off the road because they're driving like criminals there in ATL and even in Noonan. It's getting bad in Noonan too, and they need to be getting taken off the road. That's why Doug Jordan for Coweta County Sheriff 2020. He'll get the job done. He'll have his police force patrol your neighborhoods. The cops are already hired. He will get them to do their job if they're not doing it, and clean up corruption. And he'll also add to the force and have a motorcycle fleet and a host of other great things that Coweta County needs, because we need to make Coweta County great again in that respect. Because the dangerous drivers are that attitude is spilling over from the ATL, from the big city down here. So maybe it is the cell towers tampering with their frequencies. I don't know. Or their moods and they feel aggressive and have to drive aggressively. But whatever it is, it's extremely dangerous. And they need to be sent a message by law enforcement that it's not going to be tolerated, that they need to slow their asses down. Period. End of story. End of story. It's getting to the point where I think they should, I hate to say pass another law, but that's what these bastards are forcing the hand of, I guess, of people like me to say. I don't want any more laws. Either enforce the laws on the books, or there's a cop. Is that a cop? Yeah, it must be doing road work over there, because that's the only time you see a freaking cop these days. But what I was going to say is maybe a law should be passed that everybody by law has to take the car in and get it governed to whatever the speed limit is. So they can't do the speeding like they're doing now. I hate to say that because, that's another freedom taken away. But these jerk-offs are forcing that hand, perhaps. It doesn't look good out there. It's very dangerous in many ways. You got to deal with the chemtrails, the GMOs, and you got to freaking crap the tap water and a host of other undesirables in our environment. And then you got these SOBs when you're just trying to get to point A to point B, doing the freaking insane things that they're doing on the road, the criminal driving. Unbelievable, unbelievable. I want to see some action, like Evelyn Champagne King said. I want action. Popos, tell me what you're gonna do. Arrest them, get them off the road. I used to say about a third don't belong on the road. I'm thinking about half now. Tailgate away, you little gators. Look at them crossing the line illegally, too. Did you see that? From the HOV lane into that lane, illegal. Solid line, last I heard, if the line wasn't broken up and you crossed that line, solid line, you deserve a ticket. Now it broke up, but he did it when it was solid. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Boom. Did you see that? Did you see that? Let's roll that back. Roll it back. This was Father's Day 2018. We were driving to church on a Sunday, and it was the day after we got back from Helen. And that right there. Did you see that? All right? We saw that. They were driving They were driving so recklessly on the interstate with not one cop from Noonan, Atlanta, that we cut our losses. Let's take this Abernathy exit. Let's just head on back to Noonan. This is us at the red light right over here. Do you see that? Us over here. And our nerves were already rattled by the way they were driving. And it shouldn't have to be that way. And this is what we saw at the red light. And this was confirmed that all the more we had to head back home. Look at this. This jackass, I hate to say it, but, it is what it is. You're speeding, you're going fast, these motorcycles like bullets. If you don't know the area, you need to slow your ass down. And even if you do know it, what's this guy thinking? He took an exit. Does he not know that the exit's he has to make a choice to go either left or right? He must have been doing every bit about, I don't know. This is a slowed down version. A little bit slowed down. He must have been doing about 50 maybe. I used to say 80. Yeah, I'd be doing about 50. Plunges, hits the wall, plunges down to oncoming traffic. Oncoming traffic, I-75. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. That's why I say, slow your friggin' ass down. Dangerous drivers, get them off the road. Get them off the road. This was horrifying. I can still hear the chain link fence, because that's us right there, of when he went through it and plunged down. Miraculously, the news said he was alive at Grady. It was then named Grady. Now it's some stupid name like Marcus. The next day, but in critical condition. How he was still alive, I don't know. I don't know. But it's unbelievable. Oh, notice the pink chemtrailed. You see that? Chemtrailed chem clouds. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Slow your ass down. Keep it between the lines, like Ricky Van Shelton said. All right. Well, I'll put you on blast on the next shock treatment.